What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training. And today we're going to be breaking down how wide receivers can make their routes more unpredictable and look the exact same. Okay, so the first route we're looking at here is a 10-yard speed out. So on every single route, and this video was done by request, fellas. So if you guys have any other video requests, any other videos you guys would like to see, don't hesitate to leave that in the comment section below. We always appreciate the feedback, and it is always great to hear from you guys. Okay, so now, first route I said, again, we're going to be doing a 10-yard speed out. Okay, so now this 10-yard speed out on every single route, what do you have to be selling? You have to be selling the 9. You have to be selling the fade. You have to be selling the go. Everything is a fade until it's not. That's what we have to get across. And that's how you're honestly the most unpredictable with every single route that you do from a 3-step slant all the way up to a 15-yard comeback. So let's watch this thing full speed. So he does a great little dive release to the outside release, then breaks this thing off suddenly to get some explosion and get out of this route. So the main thing is what makes your routes unpredictable is the stem. This DB is looking for 3 specific things. He's looking for a change in speed. He's looking for a change in stride and looking for a change in pad level. So if you guys can master those 3 things, you're going to be unpredictable on every single route, right? A lot of people, again, yes, you want to pair your routes together. Yes, you want to make this out route certain times look like a post route, look like an in route. But more often than not, you want to make every single route look like a go. That's number 1. The second route we're going to get into is we're going to talk about how you can kind of pair routes together with a corner route and how we can make it look like a post, make it look like a dig, and it's a little bit more advanced. But on every single thing, we have to make sure that this route is going to look like a 9. So pad level is committed. Hips and shoulders are committed. I'm in full speed and my stride does not change. Now, this is why ankle stability, knee stability, leg strength, explosiveness is so important for wide receivers to work on because it is very hard to make these cuts at the top of the route when you don't have that. The recipe that's all thrown together for a good wide receiver is understanding the concepts, having a high football IQ, but also being able to have the physical traits to make these types of cuts and make these types of things happen, right? So we got to make sure that I'm able to cut on a dime like so. I'm able to use that change of direction with that foot rather than starting to round my shoulders and round my hips out of the break to make that change of direction, like I said, right? So we have to make sure, fellas, to be unpredictable with my routes, my hips and my shoulders have to stay committed fade because that's what the DB's looking at, and he is trying to feel a change of speed or a chop down with my stride. If I could get those 3 things down, every single route will be unpredictable and will look like the 9. Let's watch this thing full speed, then we'll get to the second route on how you guys compare the routes together. So he does a great job doing the dive release, pushing back up vertical, and then breaking this thing right out. Okay, so now, second route here is going to be a corner route, and we have an outside shade guy. Okay, so how can you make this look like a post route? How can you be unpredictable and keep this DB guessing with whatever you do? And that comes down to a restack. Okay, so what is a restack? How do we restack, especially against this coverage? Okay, now before we play this thing full speed, I want to talk to you guys about a great thing that we are offering on our website currently, and that is going to be our route running Bible. What our route running Bible is, it's a 2-for-1 deal on our website where you can get access to a 10-day, 2-week-long wide receiver on-field training schedule with how to improve your route running in 10 days. We give you all the specific route running drills, press release drills that wide receivers can do to improve their overall game in only 10 days, fellas. It's a 2-day long, 5-day a week schedule that will help you guys improve. And we also include a 50-minute long video on 20 different press releases, when to use each press release, and then drills to work on each specific one. So it's an ultimate route running guide. Everything that we teach based on route running at the more advanced level combined into one single thing. So if you want access to our route running Bible, check out that very first link in the description below. Great for anybody who's really trying to understand the IQ behind route running and how to actually improve on those skills needed to execute those movements, okay? So again, very first link in the description below. Let's get back to this video. So now we have this corner route versus outside shade. So like I said, to be unpredictable with your routes, you always have to make sure that you're getting skinny, you're getting back over the top of the route, and you're making a move at the top, right? So let's play this thing full speed. So he does a great job of attacking him, taking the inside release, even on an outside breaking route. That's what you guys do to be unpredictable. You have to make sure that we are comfortable at the top of the route no matter what release that I take. A lot of people do a dead giveaway of what route they're running based on the release that they take. Because again, if you got an outside shade DB and you had to run like a post route, right? What would you be content with taking? You'd be content with taking the inside release, right? Now, a lot of people give it away. A lot of people, because their split is cut down already, that's why the DB's outside leverage. He's outside shade because he's trying to force you inside. What guys will do is they try to force the outside route, and that DB knows exactly what you were trying to do in that situation. We have to make sure that we trust myself. I can take an inside release, work to restack, so I could threaten him with the inside move, and I'm comfortable going outside with an inside release. So that's what you'd want to do here. We'd want to attack his leverage like so. He bursts up to the inside. And again, this position, he could do whatever he wants. He could lean into him and run a post. He could restack and give a little move and run a dig. He could snap this thing right off and run a curl. Everything looks the same when you can get skinny and get back over the top of this DB to where he is trailing your back hip. Being able to restack a DB is the best way to have deception on your routes and the best way to keep that DB on his toes and forced to stay disciplined. And what I mean by that is he's forced to watch your hips. He's forced to watch where you're going to go. So you could give a head fake, a body fake to the outside like so. That's what gets him sitting to the inside because that looks exactly like a post, and that creates a ton of separation for yourself. Again, there's so many ways to pair routes together. There's so many releases you guys can do that look the same, moves at the top of the route that look the same. But the two things that remain consistent at some point, whether it's a 3-step route or whether it's a 8-step route all the way downfield, like 4th inside step route, the main thing is you have to make it look like a 9. And you have to make sure when we are against man coverage, we give ourselves that two-way go where I can restack, I go inside, I go outside, and that DB is forced to stay disciplined. And that's how we're unpredictable. There's no one set way like, hey, you must pair this route with this route. There are just general concepts, and that creativity is something you guys can use. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job trusting himself with the inside release, getting to that restack position so he is unpredictable and gives that quarterback space to throw him open. All right, fellas, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave that in the comment section below. We always appreciate the feedback, and any kind of video suggestions is always much appreciated. And again, fellas, if you'd like access to our route running Bible, all the things wide receivers need to do to improve their route running in 10 days and learn all the different press releases we teach with drills to work on each one and when to use each one, check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.